Good morning, children. As we have studied the physiographic divisions of India. Yesterday we studied about the northern Himalayas, extreme northern part of our country. There lies the great mountain ranges, the Himalayas. So south of the Himalayas there is the northern plain. So today we are going to study about the northern plains. We can find there are many rivers flowing through these plain regions. Most of these rivers are originating from the Himalayas, from great Himalayas on the Himachal, Shivaliks, and passing through these mountain ranges and flowing through the plains. So all the rivers, major rivers like the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra and its tributaries are flowing through these northern plains. So mostly important three rivers, Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Its tributaries, its branches are also flowing through this plain. Okay, this is also formed by alluvium deposited by the rivers. So mostly the soil found here is alluvial soil because of the alluvium deposited by the rivers. So the deposition of alluvium in a vast basin laying the foothills of the Himalayas or below the Himalayas many millions of years ago. So it was formed many millions of years ago, and due to the alluvium deposit, this is the most fertile plain in our country. So this region agriculture is very prosperous, so that this region is known as the food bowl of India also. It spreads almost an area of 7 lakh square kilometers on northern plain, covers an area of 7 lakh square kilometer areas. It stretches from west to east about 2400 kilometers. Its length, the total area of or the length of northern plain is 2400 square kilometers, but its width ranges from 240 to 320 kilometers. Some regions it is 240 kilometers wide, but some regions it is 320 kilometers broader. So it is densely populated region. In our country itself, this is the densely populated region. Our highest population is found in this region. Agriculturally very productive part of India also. The one thing, the soil is fertile, and a river plain it is, so major rivers are flowing through this region. That's why highest number of population is found here. The major, we know that the highest populous state in our country, Uttar Pradesh, is located in this region. Now here the rivers which are coming from the northern mountains, that means from the Himalayas, they do a depositional work. Depositional work means the rivers which are bringing the alluvium, pebbles or different soil etc. are brought by the rivers and deposited in the plains. So there is also because of a gentle slope over the mountains, okay, from the great Himalayas coming towards the south. We know that the lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks, they are very low mountains, so that these regions, when river is flowing through, it's because of its gentle slope, the river flow becomes slower. So when the river flow is slower, the sediments brought by the rivers will be deposited in these regions. So it will be all these major rivers which are flowing or originating from the Himalayas are split into numerous channels, many smaller rivers also in this plain, so that we can find many tributaries also. All these smaller rivers, small rivers are called distributaries or tributaries of the major river. So that we can find in the plain region there are many distributaries or the smaller rivers. These are the branches of a larger river. So here this northern plain again is broadly divided into major three sections. So western part of northern plain is known as the Punjab plain. We have studied the Himalayas also in this such kind of division, the Punjab Himalayas. Like that northern plain region also divided into three sections, and western part, extreme western side, we can find the Punjab regions. So that is called the Punjab plains. Indus river and its tributaries are flowing through this region. We know Punjab is a land of 5 rivers. Indus and its tributaries, all 5 rivers are originated or flowing through Punjab. Later it merges together with the Indus river in Pakistan. So all the major tributaries or its branches like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj, these are all originating in the Himalayas and flowing through Punjab. This section of the plain is dominated by the Doabs. We know that when 5 rivers are flowing through these regions, Doabs are formed. Doab, this region is called Doab. It's a Hindi word. We know that Do means two and Ab, water or river. So 2 rivers are can be found in the land between 2 rivers. Doab means the land between 2 rivers. As 5 rivers are flowing through this region, between 2 rivers the land is found there. So land, all the entire Punjab is demarcated by the river systems, so that the Doabs are also can be found here. Now coming to the Indus is on the western region, and coming to the Ganga plains. So Ganga extends between the Ghagar and Teesta river. Yesterday we have studied the Teesta river on the east direction, and Ghagra comes in the west direction. So the Ganga plain lies between the Ghagar and the Teesta rivers. It spreads over the states of North India, most of the North India, south of Punjab. What are the states? We will find out what are the states lying here, especially Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and partially the region of Jharkhand and West Bengal also. West Bengal, we know, extreme east this region, we can find the Ganga river, the rivers between the Ghagra and the Teesta river. So major states are here, Haryana after Punjab, Haryana, here Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, some part of Jharkhand, and West Bengal, also Bihar. These are the regions or the states through the Ganga and its tributaries are flowing through. So generally northern plains are described as flat, but it's not, there are variations. But there are some differences also, some regions, because the vast plains also have diverse relief features. Not everywhere it is plain. The northern plains can be divided into 4 regions also. The rivers, after descending from the mountains, they are depositing the pebbles also. Some regions we can find, we already studied that alluvium is brought by the rivers and making the northern plains very fertile. But not alluvium, sometimes also it brings pebbles also, larger pieces of stones also. Okay, so here we will study that the rivers which are after descending from the mountains regions brings pebbles also in the narrow regions, about 8 to 16 kilometers wide region, parallel to the slopes of the Shivaliks or Shivalik mountains. We have studied parallel to Shivalik regions. The pebbles are also brought by the rivers and deposited. This region is known as the Babhar. Okay, so these regions, so what is Babhar? The pebbles which is deposited in these regions. Babhar is the region where the pebbles or the depositional work done by the rivers. All the streams disappear in this region, and also the streams, all there are no streams streams will be found there. South of this belt, this Bhabar, or the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet region. So these regions we can find where Bhabar is found where the pebbles are deposited, this region. But south of the Bhabar belt we can find marshy lands. Again the rivers re-emerge the south of Bhabar. That means this region is a wet region. Wet means the soil is completely wet. It is called swampy or marshy regions. Swamp or marshy. This region is called a terrain. We know that wet regions. The soil is completely wet. Even it's not possible the cultivation much in this region also because of the wetland. It is swampy. Swamps and marshes we can find even we cannot walk through. Also we may drown in the soil. So wet soil, thickly wet soil. Okay. So this region also is a thickly forested region with wildlife. Wild animals are also found in this region. So nowadays the people have these forests having cleared to extend agriculture. We have studied earlier classes. We are encroaching the forest lands. Thickly forest is found in the marshy or the terrain region. People have cleared this land for agriculture, and also some people migrant settlers from Pakistan also settled this region. So during the partition of India, people who came from Pakistan also have settled in this region. Now these marshy regions have cleared and people have settled here. Then the largest part of the northern plain is formed with the older alluvium. Alluvium which was deposited, older and newer alluvium. What is that? We will study here. It lies above the floodplains of the rivers and a terrace-like feature we can find. Older alluvium where it is found, those regions we can find a terrace-like feature. Okay, this part is known as the Bhangar. What is Bhangar? Okay, alluvium which is for broad and deposited in this region. The fertile soils we can find. This the soil in this region contain many of calcareous deposits. Calcareous deposits means the calcium carbonate and the limestone is found here. So locally they known as Kangar. We have studied earlier class Kangar nodules. Okay, which is a calcareous deposits are there. That means calcareous deposits means the rivers are bringing the calcium carbonate and the limestone. So that this region is known as Bhangar. That means a terrace-like feature we can find a flat soil can flat regions or flat plains can be found here. Then other newer alluvium. This was Bhangar is the older alluvium deposited earlier in this region. Now also there is a newer alluvium which is brought newly and are called younger deposits, younger alluvium which is called Khadar. Okay, older alluvium Bhangar and the newer alluvium is known as Khadar. They are renewed every year because during the flood or rainy season this alluvium is washed away or soil erosion takes place. Every year it is renewed, so that Khadar is more fertile than Bhangar. Khadar is more fertile than Bhangar, and because every year the soil is renewed, it is very good for agriculture. It is ideal for intensive agriculture. Okay, so Khadar is the newer alluvium which is good for agriculture.